4 high schools, 7 middle schools, 1 college, and a university, and much more. Now introducing your most comprehensive weekly local sports show in Madison County, the Richmond Register Sports Show. The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by Metronet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Here's your host for all things local sports, the Richmond Register Sports Editor, Nathan Hutchison.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show. My name is Nathan Hutchinson. I'm the sports editor of the Richmond Register. We very much appreciate you checking out our show this week. We have a very fun episode coming up for you today. Here in just a few minutes, we'll be talking to Tyler Scarberry and Morgan Sparks. They are the Madison Central's Region Bowling Champion, and they will be competing in the state tournament later this week up in Lexington. And we're going to go over to Galaxy. Me and Randy are going to go over to Galaxy and hang out, and maybe even bowl a couple of games. So that'll be kind of cool to hang out with those guys and tell us about how they won the region and what they're looking forward to going into the state tournament this week. But as always, we like to start off the show with a recap of the week that was in Madison County Sports. And so we're going to start off with high school hoops, in particular boys basketball. There were a ton of scheduling changes this week and last-minute cancellations and reschedules and all kinds of good stuff. We did get quite a few games in this week, so we will start with the Madison Central Indians. They had 3 home games, picked up 3 victories over 3 pretty good teams, and we were at all 3 of those games, and we have video reports for you on all 3 of those games. But let's take you through them one at a time. On Tuesday, it was a big showdown of 11th region rivals, Madison Central and Henry Clay, and it was the Indians' 56-52 in overtime over the Blue Devils. Then on Wednesday, a 72-54 win at home over Frederick Douglass. And then on Friday, a 79-62 win over Perry County Central. Indians 16-7 on the season. And we'll start off with the game against Henry Clay. It was a rough first half for the Indians. They shot 25% from the field. We're down by 13 points. But it was Will Harden that got things turned around. He scored 18 points, all in the second half, and had 14 rebounds. And Jalen Davis with 19 points. Robbie Todd had 10 points and 9 rebounds. And in the overtime, Central was 6 of 10 from the free throw line and 3 of 3 from the field to pick up a hard-earned win over one of the other teams considered to be one of the favorites in the 11th region. After that game, our friend Ricky Elkins got a chance to talk to Coach Alan Feldhouse.
Coach Alan Feldhouse, 56-52 overtime win tonight here at home. Big win. Your thoughts on the game?
It was a really good high school basketball game. I thought both teams really played hard. Both teams did, I think, a really good job defensively. It wasn't one of our better offensive games, but their defense had a lot to do with that. So in games like that, we've got to trust in our defense that it'll hold us in there until we finally start hitting some shots. And second half, we kind of loosened up offensively. Will Harden, I don't think he scored at the half, and then ends up with 18 points in the second half. So their guys they're finally buying in really on the defensive end, and it's helping. So we're playing pretty good right now. That's a good team. They were 19-3. They didn't look good, especially when we were down 28-14. I think at one time, but I never did see that look in our guys' eyes where they thought it was over. I could tell they were going to make a run eventually.
What did you think about the physicality? I mean, it was a real physical game.
I'm fine with that as long as it's both ways, which I thought the officials did a good job of letting both teams play physical. When you got 2 good teams like that, you need to let them play as long as they're consistent. I thought the officials were consistent.
So what did you say to Will at the halftime? Because
Will's one, I don't have to say nothing. I don't have to say nothing to him. It's just a matter of time. Once he gets that first one to go down, then he can go to that old school game, that 1-foot fadeaway jump shot, or hit a couple threes. He's one kid that I don't worry about. I don't have to get on him too much. He understands. I mean, he understands he didn't have a good half, and he knew that we could count on him. Of course, he responded and answered the call.
So another big Lexington school coming here Wednesday. A little change in the schedule because of the weather.
I was afraid, and we had 3 home games scheduled. And looking at that forecast, I said I don't want to have both Thursday and Friday canceled. So I called over there today and see if they'd be willing to come tomorrow. That way we could avoid that forecast, at least get another home game in. And thank goodness they agreed to do that. So at least we're going to get 2 of them in. So I guess Friday will be up in the air depending on the weather.
Okay, good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you.
On Wednesday night, another tough 11th Region team rolled into Richmond for a big showdown. That was Frederick Douglass, and this time it was Will Harden, 29 points on 10 of 14 shooting, 4 of 5 from three-point range to lead the Indians to a victory. Jalen Davis with 19 points, Robbie Todd with 15 points. Madison Central shot 57.5% from the field and was 9 of 17 from the three-point line. And after the game, our student correspondent Paige Omohundro got a chance to talk to Will Harden.
I'm Paige Omohundro here with Will Harden. Will, you dropped 29 points tonight. How did it feel?
Felt pretty good. Carried over what I did in the second half last night and carried into this game.
Yeah, how was last night? It was a close game, 56-52. How do you feel?
I mean, last night was a defensive battle. We were struggling offensively, but Coach always says our defense will keep us in it, and it did. And then we started hitting shots in the fourth quarter, carried it overtime, and we were able to win.
Yeah. How are you feeling going from last night to tonight? There's only 6 of you playing. How is the stamina holding up?
I mean, it's all right. We just got to keep going. I mean, no excuses. You just got to keep playing.
Yeah, it seems like it was a good stamina tonight. I mean, you won by 18 points.
Yeah, we're good. I mean, just play and nothing we can do about it. We play back-to-back nights. So.
At the end of the third quarter, you hit a 3, and I mean, the crowd went crazy. How does that help support you? Does it support you a lot? Do you like it?
Just get your juices flowing. It helps the next one even more when you shoot it. It feels good. It helps your confidence.
Yeah, you're on a 16-7 record right now. How does it feel moving into the rest of the season?
It feels good. We started good, and then we kind of hit a little slump in the middle of the season, and now we're kind of catching our roll again.
Yeah, on a 5th straight win. Are you excited for the next game? Are you ready?
Yeah, hopefully we play Friday night, but if we don't, I'm sure we'll pick up another game.
Yeah, thank you for tonight.
And then on Friday night, the Madison Central Indians welcomed in a Perry County Central team that had 19 wins on the season. Really physical matchup, but it was the Indians coming out on top 79-62. Will Harden, 24 points, 10 rebounds. Robbie Todd, 14 points, 12 rebounds. Jalen Davis, 22 points. It was Central shooting 59.6% from the field. The Indians were actually down 15-14 after the first quarter, but outscored the Commodores 24-12 in the second quarter to take the lead. And after the game, I had a chance to talk to Alan Feldhaus and Eli Steele.
We're here at Madison Central High School where the Indians have picked up a 79-62 win over Perry County Central. Coach Alan Feldhaus, Eli Steele, congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach, it seemed like they came out and wanted to kind of follow Will and kind of slow Will down. He hit a 3 right off the bat. They called a timeout. Their coach was furious, but Will was still able to get open and do a lot of good things for you tonight.
Yeah, we don't have to just count on one person. We have multiple people that can score. So it seems like when Will hits that first one, it seems like it's usually going to be a good night. And they're a good team. I mean, there's a reason why they were 19-2. Probably one of the most physical basketball teams that we've played. They had us in the mouth there early and got us down. And we need that. We We knew the second half we had a little lead that's really going to come after us. And they were going to be even more physical. And I just like the way my guys responded. And that's what I told Eli and Parker both. We got 10 points out of that position tonight. That's what we need out of that fifth spot. We need 10 points tonight. I don't care who it is. I don't care who gets them. And it was Eli's night tonight. I think he had 7 points. It feels good when that first one goes in, especially when it rolls around the rim and it falls in. Eli and Parker, they both like it when it's kind of dirty like that. That's kind of right up their alley.
You should have played for one of those mountain teams up there like them, huh?
Yeah, I like playing those.
Yeah. You don't mind getting physical?
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah.
You guys were having some fun there at the end with some dunks and
everything. Oh, yeah, it's really exciting to get Trey and Jalen big dunk and Robbie in the first half.
Yeah, I guess it's like Coach said, it's good to play a team like this to get to the Rep Arena. You're going to maybe match up against a physical bunch like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just preparing us for postseason play.
Yeah, all right. I think 16-7, 6 straight wins.
I think that's right.
And playing pretty good.
We're going to try to take them one at a time. Next week will be a little bit different. We had the luxury of playing 3 home games this week. Next week we've got to go on the road, so it'll be a little bit different, but it's good for us.
Yeah, Lexcath and
we got Evangel Christian Monday in Louisville, and then Lexcath on Tuesday, and then Corbin on Friday. So it'll be interesting.
All right, good luck to you guys.
All right.
The Indians were home for 3 games last week. They'll be on the road this week, starting on Monday against Evangel Christian, and then Tuesday taking on Lexington Catholic up in Lexington. Madison Southern basketball team got a couple of games in this week between all the weather and cancellations and everything like that. On Tuesday night, picked up a 66-50 win at home over Tates Creek, and then on Saturday went over to Lincoln County and suffered a 50-36 loss to the Patriots. We'll start with the game on Tuesday. It was Jay Rose, 24 points and 8 rebounds. Braden Hudson, 24 points. Nate Turner with 10 points and 9 rebounds. Southern got off to a fast start, was up 38-21 at the half and led by as much as 25 points. And after the game, we got a chance to talk to Austin Newton about the big victory.
We're here at Madison Southern High School, where the Eagles have picked up a 66-50 win over Tate's Creek. It's Coach Austin Newton. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, Nathan.
You guys ran out there early, got a big lead against an 11th region rival, and really the scoreboard didn't really indicate how lopsided this one really was.
Yeah, we got off to a great start. We did it with our defense. Most of the times when we play well, we have a defensive mentality when we come into the game, and that's what we had. And guys played really hard. The biggest key to the game tonight was we call it the red zone. So basically inside the paint. Tate's Creek's very tough as far as driving the ball in there, and then they get that thing on the rim and they go offensive rebound like crazy. I watched them play their last game against Fleming County, and I bet they had 20-something offensive rebounds. So we knew that was going to be a big point of emphasis tonight, was to keep them out of the paint, and especially off the offensive glass, and we did a great job with that.
Yeah, you were just saying how you had some rather candid conversations with your team here recently, trying to get them refocused. I mean, you're heading down the stretch here, and it looks like they got the message.
We are, yeah. We lost a tough one on Saturday to a good Garrett County team, and had a couple meetings since then, and had some really spirited practices, and got back to playing Madison Southern basketball tonight with just great attitudes, a lot of positivity, a lot of unselfishness. And I thought Jay Rose played at a very high level tonight, not only scoring the basketball, but I think he had 8 or 9 rebounds and just played a really tough, high-level basketball game.
Yeah, Jay Rose and Braden Hudson both with 24, and they've kind of been the offensive carrying the load for you for here.
Yeah, and they've had to. And Braden made shots tonight. He's been very streaky as far as making shots, and when he's on, he's really on. And tonight was one of those nights. I think he made 5 in a row at one point. But we've got to have those 2 guys score for us to be successful.
All right, you guys going to get that game against Modlin Thursday, or kind of what's the schedule for that?
I haven't seen the weather yet, but hopefully if we don't, we can make it up.
All right, well, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
Saturday over in Lincoln County, the Eagles were without Jay Rose, who was sick, not COVID-related, just a little under the weather. And but still, the Eagles were up 26-23 after 3 quarters, but it was the Patriots storming back to outscore the Eagles 27-10 in the 4th quarter to pick up the victory. Braden Hudson with 11 points, Nate Turner with 9 points and 7 rebounds, and Kason Nabi with 6 points. Eagles are 14-9. They'll be back in action Monday night at home against Model. Speaking of Model, the Patriots only had 1 game this week, and it was on Tuesday. It was a 63-44 loss at Powell County. It was Keshav Bondari with 12 points, Beckett Parker Noblet with 11 points, and Thomas Luxon with 10 points. That was a 10th straight loss for the Patriots. They fall to 3-18 on the season, and like we just said, they'll be back in action Monday at Madison Southern. The Berea Community Pirates had 2 home games this week. Weren't able to pick up a win in either one, though, unfortunately. 80-67 loss to Bluegrass United on Monday, 81-55 loss to Adair County on Saturday. In the loss to Bluegrass United, it was Cameron Puckett with 13 points and Trenton Wilson with 7 points. And on Saturday against Adair County, it was Trenton Wilson with 23 points, Quentin Morgan with 12 points, and Sean Kett with 10 points. 5th straight loss for the Pirates. They're 4-16 on the season, and they'll be back in action Monday night at home against the Wellspring Guardians. On to high school girls basketball. Berea Community Lady Pirates had a couple of home games this week. Picked up a couple of wins, but unfortunately they did so without their leading scorer. We got word that Madison Howell has an ACL injury and will not play the rest of the season. But even without her in the lineup, the Lady Patriots were able to beat West Jessamine 60-31 on Tuesday on senior night, and then beat Lincoln County in kind of an ugly game on Saturday, 34-29. In the win over West Jessamine on senior night, it was Isis Rogers, 15 points, 7 assists and 3 rebounds. Alexis Newman with 14 points and 4 rebounds, and Abby Beard with 8 points and 3 assists. Lady Pirates shot 57% and hit 6 of 13 3-pointers as they picked up a senior night victory. And then on Saturday against Lincoln County, Berea was down for most of the first half, but outscored the Lady Patriots 7-1 in the 3rd quarter to jump back in front. It was Chesney Lovins with 11 points and 7 rebounds, Abby Beard with 9 points and 6 rebounds. And after the game, I got a chance to talk to Damian Stepp and Abby Beard.
All right, we're here at Berea Community High School, where the Lady Patriots have picked up a 34-29 win over Lincoln County. Coach Damian Stepp, Abby Beard, congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach, I know you got your leading scorer this week, but you did pick up 2 wins. I know today wasn't particularly beautiful, but still a couple of wins.
No, it wasn't ideal. You know, we found ourselves. I think we're going to be fine, but we found ourselves kind of searching around a little bit, trying to figure out how we have to adjust a little bit with Madison kind of no longer in that lineup. We made a starting change, of course, with Abby, and she played really well today. We just kind of got to get parts and pieces in the right places at the right time. So definitely be a little bit of an adjustment period for us.
You have any idea long-term on Maddie's future there, Madison's future?
So Madison has torn ACL. It's going to require surgery. The good news is there'll be some news coming out, but the good news is she has a plan for her future, and she will be playing at the next level. So we're just at this point, it's kind of a situation. Go ahead and get that surgery, get that rehab done, be ready to go at the next level, and we'll utilize her as an assistant coach in the meantime. So.
Okay. Well, Abby, you jumped in the lineup there. Kind of, how do you kind of step in and help fill that role? I know it's tough. Obviously, she's such an important player on this team.
It was definitely an adjustment on my part. I'm trying to be there for my team right now.
And obviously, you guys got a lot of good players. I mean, this is losing her is tough, but you guys still go 9-10 deep, so you got a lot of depth and still a lot of good things to look forward to.
Yes.
Coach, like I said, you got a lot of depth.
Yeah, I think it's always an adjustment when you go from coming off the bench into that lineup and being utilized in that capacity. So, it's there's always an adjustment time, an adjustment period. Abby's one of these players who that when you go to the bench, you're not going to have any drop off. And so now having her in that starting lineup, it just kind of changes the complexion of the entire team. I thought she played really well today, but then, as you start to come to the bench, you start looking at, what are the next options. I thought Maddie King played really well today for us. I felt like, Kenzie Howe gave us pretty good minutes there as well. We probably will look how we can expand that deeper. I think we've got, some sophomores who can kind of help us there. Of course, may utilize Reagan Stepp a little bit. We got Sophie Brewer, got Lauren Stepp. I mean, we've got some guys that we know that can kind of step in and play some good minutes for us. But we just kind of keep it tight right now and just try to figure out, how we have to expand that.
All right, well, congratulations. All right, well, the Lady Pirates are 19-3 on the season. We'll be back in action Monday at home against Bourbon County. Madison Southern Lady Eagles had a pair of games this week and got a pair of victories. On Wednesday, a 37-35 win at Powell County, and then on Saturday, a 47-42 win at home over Whitfield Academy. In the win over Powell County, it was Hadley French with 15 points, Macy Daniel and Lacey Sandlin with 5 points each. And then on Saturday, the Whitfield Academy jumped out to a 12-2 lead, but it was the Lady Eagles with a 21-6 run in the second quarter that put them back in front to stay. Hadley French, 13 points, 6 rebounds. Ashlyn Eastep with 12 points, and Macy Daniels with 7 points and 7 rebounds. Lady Eagles are 15-9 on the season. We'll be back in action Monday night at home against Frankfort. And the Model Lady Patriots got just one game in this week because of weather and COVID cancellations, but it was Wednesday up at Louisville Collegiate, and it was a 57-33 win. Keaton Hall, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 6 steals. She was 11 of 17 from the field. Kenzie Ferguson, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 6 steals, and E.K. Lawson with 7 points and 4 assists. Model was up 16-5 after the first quarter and cruised to a pretty easy win on the road. Model now 18-6 on the season. They'll be back in action Tuesday at Kentucky Country Day. Madison Central's Lady Indians had a pair of games this week. Tuesday picked up a 71-68 win over Tates Creek up in Lexington, and then on Saturday suffered a 67-50 loss at home to Montgomery County. The win over Tates Creek was the third straight for Central. It was Bailey Hensley, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 5 steals, and Brittany Campbell, 16 points, 6 assists, and 4 steals. Madison Central forced 26 turnovers in that game. And then on Saturday, the Lady Indians got down pretty quick to Montgomery County, 22-11 after the first quarter, and they were never really able to battle back into the game. It was Bailey Hensley with 20 points and 10 rebounds, Brittany Campbell 8 points and 5 assists, and Kessany Melton with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Lady Indians are 8-12 on the season. Be back in action Monday at Great Crossing. It was a big week at McBrayer Arena for the EKU hoops teams, men and women. Double headers on Thursday and Saturday. Thursday it was Kennesaw State, and Saturday it was Liberty. We'll start off with the men after a rough trip to Florida, where they lost a pair of games. They came back, and on Thursday night it was one for the history books. An epic battle between EKU and Kennesaw State. Went to 3 overtimes before EKU was able to pull out an 82-81 much needed victory. It was Michael Marino with 21 points and 9 rebounds. Cooper Robb 16 points and 8 rebounds. Jamaro Brown 15 points, and Jamaro sat on the bench for every minute of all 3 overtimes until about 30 seconds left. Coach Adebo Hamilton turned to him and said, "Go in and win us the game, son." And he went in, got fouled, hit one of 2 free throws, which turned out to be the winner with 3 seconds left. So after the game, got a chance to talk to Jamaro Brown, Michael Marino, and Cooper Robb.
He was like, "Bro, he said, come on, you do this." So, and I made a shot, and I was excited.
And the Kennesaw State guy tried to kind of mess with you a little bit there, didn't he?
Of course. I had to get a feel for the ball. I really wanted to get a feel for the ball because I was cold, so and he tried to ice me, so I just had to get a feel for the ball, knock down a shot, get the dub.
Yeah, Michael and Cooper, you guys, like 50-plus minutes, I think, for both of you. As you guys were, I guess we had to drag you off the court, right? At the end there.
Yeah, we run, stay in shape. We push ourselves, so we're up to condition to play that much. And coach asked us to do that, so that's what that's what we're gonna do every night.
We ran this week, in preparation for any situation. We try to prepare for everything as best we can. And obviously, the running, we didn't realize it preceded a long game. So, we did well enough to, stay in and play for 50 minutes. So, that's huge that we have guys that can do that. And I feel like, it could have been any of the top 9.
Yeah.
Could have really sat and done it because we push ourselves to the max every day and go after it. So, I'm really glad that, we were able to impact the game, being in that role.
Yeah. Well, there's still a long way to go, and everybody in this team makes the postseason tournament. But at 2-6, it just felt like you guys really needed this one for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, it was, I think, losing kills everybody's confidence, but with us, we hang our hat on pressing and playing fast, and the teams have kind of taken us out of that lately. And so being able to shake it off and get a win, especially a win like that we had to fight for, every minute is huge for us. And I think it gives us something to really build on, especially with, a team like Liberty coming in on Saturday.
Well, it was a tremendous game over there at McBrayer on Thursday. 6 ties, 8 lead changes. Neither team ever led by more than 9 points. And after the game, here's Coach A.W. Hamilton talking about his team picking up a much needed victory.
We got an ice storm coming. Our administration, Court Neal, did a heck of a job, getting those students over here to the Coliseum. They were awesome. Our students, they were behind us. They gave us a huge boost. I told Stotts before the game, in the pregame, nobody come. I try to get the message out to our fans. Don't drive over here because we thought it was going to be really bad, and we encouraged the students to walk over. They did. They were awesome. Really proud of our guys, how we fought, and we just hung in there. Made some tough plays in all the overtimes. All of them. But this was a good win. This was a gutsy win. We didn't play our best. But we found a way. I thought we had to mix it up, and Nathan and go zone, and we had to disguise our zone and go man, and then we couldn't keep number 1 in front of us, so then we had to start trapping them. We did everything that we could do to try to win this game. I'm really proud of our guys.
Yeah, what's the we just talked to Jamaro, and he said he hadn't been in about an hour, and you went to him on that last play. He inbounded the ball, and you threw it back to him on the other side, and you guys had confidence in him?
Yeah, no, I got confidence in Jamal. I looked over at him. I said, "Are you ready? Can you go in here and win this game?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, Coach, I got it." But, it's not like he's going to tell me he can't. That kid's a confident kid. I was really proud of him for hitting that free throw. They tried to ice him, calling that timeout. It was a good move by their coach. We would do the same thing. And Jamal kept his focus, and he went out there and hit that free throw. So really proud of him.
Well, the Colonels were back on the floor at McBrayer Arena on Saturday, but unfortunately they were without leading scorer Devontae Blanton, he's been dealing with turf toe. He did play against Kennesaw State, was not able to go against Liberty, which means they didn't have him. They didn't have Braxton Beverly, their starting point guard. So the injury issues just keep on coming for the Colonels, but they put up quite a heck of a fight against Liberty, 91-84. They were down 19 points at halftime and got back within 7 points 4 times, and really gave one of the top teams in the league a run for their money. And it was Kurt Lewis with 21 points, Jamaro Brown with 24 points, 23 of those in the second half. Michael Marino, 16 points and 10 rebounds, and EKU was 14 of 25 from the free throw line, which definitely hurt them trying to get back into the game once they got down. EKU now 11-13 on the season, 3-7 in the Atlantic Sun, and they are in 4th place in the Western Division. They have another big road trip coming up this week. Wednesday, they're at Jacksonville University down in Florida, and then on Saturday, they're at Lipscomb in Nashville. EKU women had the same 2 teams on the same 2 nights over at McBrayer Arena, and they also really needed to get some victories as well to kind of improve their positioning heading into the postseason. On Thursday, it was a 68-58 win over Kennesaw State, and then on Saturday, it was a 69-55 loss to first place Liberty. In the game against Kennesaw State, EKU was down 33-26 at the half. They outscored the Owls 20-10 in the third quarter and 22-15 in the fourth quarter to retake the lead. Erliche Recanati, 20 points and 5 rebounds. Aaliyah Green, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Berea Bass, 10 points and 4 rebounds. EKU was 1 of 10 from three-point range through about 2.5 quarters, and then they hit 4 of their last 5, including a big 3 by Erliche Recanati in the third quarter that got them the lead for the first time. So after the game, here's EKU coach Greg Todd talking about the big win.
Tough physical game against a pressing team. I felt like first half we had some spots that we played well. I thought the start of the quarter was okay. They outplayed us in the second quarter. They made 4 threes, I think, in the first half. They're not typically a great 3-point shooting team, but they shot it well in the first half. And I think we came out second half with a little different look. I felt like we offensively were more efficient. For us, it was pretty big to have 15 assists and 12 turnovers against a pressing athletic team. So that was a very positive note. We ended up making some threes late in the game, and I just thought second half our focus was solid, and Erliche Recanati had an individual performance that was probably one of her top in her career with 9 assists, 2 turnovers, 20 points on 5 for 8 from the field, 2 for 3. I mean, Chris Paul would probably take that night and be okay. So she had an unbelievable game. I thought Aaliyah Green had a double-double in addition to 3 blocks. I think she changed some shots in the lane. Just a great performance by her. But I thought our girls played hard. Our division's not been real fortunate against the East. East got pretty strong this year with some transfers that came in, and they've been having their way with our side, and so it's a good win. Still got obviously Liberty and Jacksonville to play in the division, but I know Saturday our division was 0-6 against the West against the East, so we got to don't have a long time. Hopefully this ice storm will be okay by Saturday, and we can come in and get ready for a team that's been top 60, 70 in the country.
All right. Well, on Saturday evening, the Colonels had the challenge of taking on the top team, one of the top teams in the A-Sun and the Liberty Flames, and the Flames hit their first 3 threes and got out to a 21-12 lead after the first quarter and went on to pick up a 69-55 win over the Colonels. EKU was just 3 of 17 from three-point range and was shot 33% from the field, 12 of 18 from the free throw line as well. It was Jayla Johnson with 14 points, Berea Bass with 10 points and 10 rebounds, and EKU was out-rebounded 46-32. EKU now 11-12 on the season, 4-6 in the Atlantic Sun. They sit in 3rd place in the A-Sun West with that same road trip coming up this week. Wednesday at Jacksonville, and then Saturday down at Lipscomb in Nashville. All right, moving on to USA South basketball action. The Lady Mountaineers pushed their winning streak to 13 games with a pair of wins this week, but then on Sunday were handed a loss on the road at LaGrange College. But on Tuesday, they beat Covenant College at the Seabury Center 49-46, and on Saturday went down to Alabama and picked up a win over Huntington College 84-75. In the win over Covenant College on Tuesday, Destiny Combs had 13 points, 9 rebounds, and Aaliyah Hampton had 11 points. And then on Saturday, our buddy Bailey Vanover, 35 points, a new career high. Aaliyah Hampton, 17 points. Destiny Combs with 10 points and 17 rebounds. And of course, they suffered their first loss in more than 2 months on Sunday, but that drops them to 19-4 on the season, 13-1 in the USA South, and they're still very much in the driver's seat in the Eastern Division of that conference. The USA South men, the Mountaineers of Berea College, played Piedmont College twice this week. On Thursday in Berea, 64-62 win, and then on Saturday down in Demorest, Georgia, it was a 81-53 loss. In the win here in Berea, it was the Mountaineers were down 20 points, but Kavion Hudson had 22 points. Marquise Mackey had 13 points as the Mountaineers rallied for a victory. And then down in Georgia on Saturday, it was Isaac Caudill with 18 points, Trey Minner with 16 points. Berea College shot just 35% from the field. They'll be back in action Monday at Covenant College. They are 6-13 on the season, 2-6 in the USA South. All right, got some other odds and ends to kind of tell you about here. The KHSAA Region 9 swim meet was scheduled to be Friday and Saturday last week. Because of the weather, it got pushed back. They are doing the preliminaries actually today, Sunday, and the finals will start at 10 a.m. Monday over at Alumni Coliseum. So we will be over there to get you full results of that. Madison Central has won 4 straight girls region titles. Model has won 3 straight boys region titles. And these teams will have a lot of Madison County swimmers advancing to the state swim meet, which is scheduled for February 18th and 19th at the University of Kentucky. And the state diving championship will be this coming Saturday at Falling Springs in Versailles, and we'll have a couple of kids in that as well, and we'll keep you updated on that. High school wrestling action, the Region 7 meet is scheduled for Saturday down in McCreary County. Madison Central and Madison Southern both will be well represented there as well. Of course, Madison Central, Jeffrey Kenley, Kyron Jackson, Jonathan Gilbert all have chances to win region championships, and for Madison Southern, Rocky and Stephen Whitehead obviously will also be competing for individual region titles as well. And here in a minute, we're going to talk to Madison Central Bowling team, but just to remind you that the KHSAA State Bowling Championships do get underway Monday. They run through Wednesday at the Executive Strike and Spare in Louisville. Of course, that's Tyler Scarberry and Morgan Sparks from Madison Central won the Region 8 title, and they'll be competing up there. And this is, folks, probably the coolest thing you'll see this week. But we told you a little bit earlier about Tuesday night where the Madison Southern boys basketball team beat Tate's Creek. Well, during halftime of that game, the Madison County Special Olympics team came out and played basketball. And this is not unusual. They come out and play quite a bit. They've done it at EKU, at Madison Southern, some other places like that. But this time around, the Madison Southern folks kind of really went above and beyond. And they went out and they made up a little Sports Center set like ESPN does, and really kind of do a special thing for the Special Olympics athletes. And they had them all sign autographs afterwards, and it was really cool. A really cool thing. And what even cooler happened after that was Madison Southern put out a lot of this stuff on their social media sites, and the folks from ESPN actually picked up on it. And so what we're going to show you here, and I hope we don't get in trouble with ESPN, but this is a screen grab we took of Sports Center from Wednesday night. This is the Sports Center featuring Madison Southern boys basketball playing host to the Special Olympics. So check this out if you haven't seen it.
The best thing I saw today. A shout to Coach Austin Newton and his team down in Madison Southern, that's in Berea, Kentucky, as well as the students and the fans who supported their Special Olympics game. The boys won their game over Tate's Creek as well, but it is so great to see. Look at this team. They're supporting Special Olympians and treating them like the stars that they are. Some students had set up their own Sports Center desk, which you'll see here in a bit. They did the whole nine. As I said on Twitter, it feels good to be kind, and it is not difficult to do so. So salute to the Eagles, Madison Southern, and all the folks down there in Berea for how they showed out for the Special Olympics game.
So how cool was that, man? That That was really, really awesome. So if you hadn't seen that before, I'm glad we got the chance to share that with you, and I'm glad I was there to see it. It was really a really special moment. So there you go. That's the recap of the week that was. Got a lot of stuff coming up this week. Like we said, region swimming, region golf. Not region golf, region wrestling. Wrong season. I wish it was golfing weather, that's for sure. We're freezing our butts off out here. But lots of good stuff coming up. Lots of high school basketball as well as we head down into the last couple of weeks of the regular season. And the district draw is on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. I will be there. I think last year my invitation got lost in the mail, but I think I'll be there this year, and we'll see how that goes. Remember, there's all these districts across the state of Kentucky, and only 3 districts draw, and this is one of the 3 that draws. And every year that is a bone of contention with a lot of folks. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see who draws who. But Tuesday at 2 o'clock, and as soon as it's drawn, I'll let you guys know on social media who's playing who. So Randy, you ready to go bowling? All right, well, we're going to head on over to Galaxy and meet up with Tyler Scarberry and Morgan Sparks, and we're going to maybe even roll a couple of games. We definitely want to talk to them about winning a region championship and getting ready for the state tournament. So we'll be back in just a moment.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by Metronet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms.
Greetings from Galaxy Bowling Center here in Richmond. We are joined by the Region 8 KHSAA bowling champions, Tyler Scarberry and Morgan Sparks. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
So, Morgan, this is you guys are going up to the state tournament this coming week up in Louisville. Here, this is your second trip to the state. So, tell me a little bit about your first trip.
My first trip, I went with my cousin, actually. He was a senior, I was a freshman, and we placed third. And yeah, I don't really know what to say. Yeah, but I'm excited to go back. I have an amazing partner here with me, so I'm just excited.
Yeah. And Tyler, I hear you're relatively new to the sport of bowling. How did you get into bowling?
Well, my friend Joey, who actually works here, we just started coming one day for some fun to do around town, and then just started getting into it, coming a couple of times a week, just started having fun with it. And then I heard we had a bowling team at school, decided to join it, and come pretty far since then. I'm really excited. I got an experienced partner to go to state with, and it'll be a really good time.
Yeah. So what's it like being paired up with a guy who was relatively inexperienced in the sport?
I just got back from surgery, so I had 2 practices in before we went to regionals, and it was challenging, especially because I didn't know how well he would do. But he pulled it through. I'm glad.
What surgery for what?
My appendix ruptured. I had to have emergency surgery.
Oh.
And I just got back on the 17th, and I had 2 practices from there.
Wow, so that was right before the region.
Right before, yeah.
Wow. Do you think you'd have to get another partner there for the regional?
Well, I wasn't sure. We were pretty sure she was going to be back beforehand, but it all worked out in the end. It's a great time.
Yeah. Well, he's a newcomer to the sport. Obviously, you've been doing it for quite a while. Tell us a little bit about your background.
I think I started bowling when I was maybe 7, 8 years old. And I was on Central's team when I was in 7th grade, and I've been doing it ever since. And it's just my main sport I love so much.
Is it a family thing? Do your family bowl or anything?
Yeah, my dad bows, my cousin bows, like the one that I went to state with. His dad bows, so yeah, it's pretty in the family.
Okay. So you guys, this was a Baker style thing, so explain to folks who don't really understand what bowling is, what a Baker style match is.
So a Baker style match will be, I will bowl all the odd frames, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and she'll bowl all the even frames, and so we just kind of work off of each other. We're not each bowling our own game, we're quite literally a team bowling together for one game.
That's obviously not the style most people come out here and recreationally bowl. So it's almost, I guess, like in golf with the kind of the match play in golf, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Especially 10th frame, because then all the pressure's on me, and then I needed I think 17 pins, and I threw it right in the gutter the first frame. And then I ended up striking and got I think 8 or 9 pins. So luckily we did it there, but it was tough.
That was last couple Saturdays ago over in Danville. You guys beat out a team from West Jessamine. Is that what it was? By 2 points?
By 2 points, yeah. It was literally out of luck. I don't know how we got it.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. You guys had to play 2 of your teammates in the first round.
Yeah, we had to play against my friend Miles and Isaac in the first round, and then we played Southern, who I believe was the 3rd or 4th seed, and then after that we were in the finals because we got a bye based on our original seeding. Yeah.
All right, so do you know the schedule for this week when you play and who you play yet?
I'm not sure. I know we don't bowl until later on Wednesday for state, so just wishing and hoping good luck.
Yeah, this is at Executive Spare and Strike in Louisville?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that where it was last time you were there?
Yes.
So you're pretty familiar with that play?
Yeah, but then the lanes changed, the oil patterns changed, so it's all different when we get up there and start bowling.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to for you? What do you think your first experience is going to be like?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's going to go great, and it'll be my first time bowling up there, so it'll be an experience nonetheless. Come this far, hope to go further.
All right, we're going to talk to Coach here for just a minute, but later on, you guys want to bowl?
Yeah, of course.
I used to bowl. I mean, you guys will probably kill me, but we'll have fun with it, right? That's the thing about bowling. It's fun. It's a fun sport. Like, here's a Sunday afternoon. Look at all these people that are out here having a good time. So we'll be right back with Coach Tyler Maynard.
Get the Richmond Register directly to your mailbox or get the app online and visit richmondregister.com.
We're back here with Madison Central Bowling coach Tyler Maynard. Coach, thanks for coming on with us.
Yeah, I appreciate you having us on.
Well, congratulations. I know it must have been an unusual situation where, I mean, your top bowler there has her appendix burst not long before the region. You guys were kind of not sure whether or not she'd be back, or what was going on there. I mean, you have to make other plans, or what?
It was just a waiting game, I mean, a 6-week timeout. It's hard to say. I had an ideal date when she would be back, but we had to be, on the safe side and prepare for her not being able to bowl. But thankfully, she was able to come back and recover. And she was a little gun shy whenever she came back, afraid she was going to re-injure herself and all that. So we had to work through a few things, but she was able to come back and help us seal that regional championship.
Yeah, I mean, an appendix has got to be, for a bowler, that's got to be an unusual injury. Well, not really an injury, an unusual situation, and then having
just in the stomach area. Yeah, just in the stomach area, and having to use those muscles and stuff when you're bowling as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, at the beginning of the year, you have to put these pairs together, and you paired up an experienced bowler in Morgan with a very non-experienced bowler in Tyler, but it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it was. This year we actually had 33 kids come out, so that was a great team to be able to put together, and that gave us options, to be able to, do a trial and error type thing, and mix and match these pairs and find out what worked best for us. So.
Yep. And Tyler, a kid who said he comes here all the time, and he never had been on the team before. He's a senior. It's just 1 year for you guys, but it's pretty memorable.
Yeah, he, when he filled me in that he bowled in league, I was like, all right, let's roll with it, literally and figuratively, and see what we can make of it. So that, like I said, at the Regional 8 Championship, we were down on the 10th frame, and Morgan had bowled a gutter ball the first part of the frame, and she came back and spared, and then was able to pick up 6 pins on that third roll on the 10th frame, and that was what sealed the deal for us.
Beat out West Jessamine by 2 points, or
by 2 pins, 156 to 154. So that was an exciting thing there. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, just asking the kids there. I mean, not sure who you face or anything on Wednesday yet, but you would be up there Wednesday, and I guess Morgan's been there before. So It'd be a new experience for Tyler, but it should be a lot of fun for those kids.
Yeah, it's something that's a good experience that they get to, partake in. There will be 16 teams that we'll be bowling against on Wednesday. We'll start bowling about 11:30 on Wednesday. So hopefully we'll be able to, get a first round bye. The top 4 seeds get a first round bye. We were able to be the top seed back in 2019, and then we placed 3rd there that year. So I'm hoping we can bring home a state championship.
Yeah, that was Morgan, right?
And that was Morgan, yep. Yes, it sure was.
All right, well, we'll be keeping track of you, and I think we're going to put on the shoes and go bowling. You want to be on my team?
I don't know. I might let you bowl them out.
Well,
They're the experience.
Well, I got to have a partner if we're going to do this, right?
All right, we'll see what we can do.
You want to do it? Oh, okay.
We'll
Randy, you want to do it? No, you want to do it. We'll find somebody, but no, I appreciate you guys having me out. Congratulations on all your success, and we'll be keeping track of you on Wednesday, and good luck to you up there.
All right, appreciate it.
Do you want to sponsor the weekly Richmond Register Sports Show? Contact the Richmond Register, richmondregister.com, and of course on Facebook or Twitter.
All right, well, Tyler, Morgan, thanks for having us come out and been bowling with me. I kind of embarrassed myself a little bit there, but you both beat me, but that's what's supposed to happen, right? You beat the old guy, right?
It's all good.
All right, well, good luck at state.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be keeping an eye on you. And that'll wrap up this week's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show. As always, the best place to keep up with us is on Twitter, Richmond R Sports, or on Facebook at Register Sports. Hope you have a great week. See you next time.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by Metronet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Thanks for watching the Richmond Register Sports Show. For more information about all things sports in Madison County, log on to richmondregister.com or on Twitter. And like us, Register Sports on Facebook. Get the Richmond Register directly to your mailbox or get the app online and visit richmondregister.com.